building.
I'm distracted.
The official. O'Neal getting position. Banking with Smits going right to the basket.
And actually, Rick Smits did a deep. Well, the big people for Indiana have been trying to meet Shaq earlier, push him off the block as Smits did there. Shaq with a couple of dribbles, and Indiana has the.
O'Neal on the rebound. Hardaway racing it down. Hardaway pulls up for three, and he has been on fire from downtown. Did not shoot the three well against the Bulls, but
on what amounted to be a slow fast break, had Dennis Scott over on the left side, but he appears to me the last couple of games.
O'Neal around Smits. Once he got the step, Smits did not want to pick up the foul, so it became an uncontested. The same manner they did here in Game 3. They've hit their first 4 shots. Bad pass. Hardaway has a 3-on-1. Anderson hit by McKee. Yes, and it counts. Nick Anderson finishing off the 3-on-1, and he will go to the line.
Reggie Miller out of control here, lost his footing a little bit, thought he saw somebody open, but right into the body of Penny Hardaway. And not a good foul here by Derek McKee. He was as mean and testy as New York.
Magic with a 13-3 lead, with 3 minutes gone by in this first quarter, and Shaquille O'Neal adds to that lead. It's a 32.
Well, the offensive end for Indiana looks like the wide open spaces without the big people, Smits and O'Neal, in the game. Magic going to one of their best post players, maybe their best, maybe their second best, I don't know. But Anthony Hardaway certainly gets it done in all those.
Has not played since Game 1 of this series. A look at Anthony Hardaway, first couple of rounds, averaged 17 a game. And against Indiana, just
off, keeping his arms high in the air so the officials see him possibly not fouling.
Byron Scott called on that last foul. Hardaway on a post-up, a beautiful move by Penny Hardaway. The Magic got 28-26. Hardaway has 9 points. Opening
was worse for Orlando. They did not have any good offensive rebounding chance.
Brian Shaw trying to get it to Anthony Hardaway. And Hardaway with the steal. It's a 4-on-1. Hardaway over Mitchell, serving up a faithful. Whoa!
That's the kind of game that Indiana does not want to get into.
Tom Turner, that is his second.
Byron Scott leaving his feet to make that pass. Hardaway saw it coming all the way. He's going to get the steal, give it to Shaw, right back to Hardaway as Shaq running interference down the middle of the floor, and Sam Mitchell getting one throw right down on his head.
I think Sam was posterized. 13 times, and coming into today with only 2 wins for their last victory here in Indianapolis. You have to go back to November of 1992, and a rookie by the name of Shaquille O'Neal led the Magic to a 131-16 victory. This back in the Matt Guokas era. Matt with a brilliant coaching job. And Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson have returned. Here is Shaquille O'Neal. Well, Shaquille got off very fast. As you mentioned, Matt looked to be pumped up right at the start, and then was
perfect move by Shaquille O'Neal on the spin. It's going to end up being about a 12-foot jump hook. And even if he makes a lot of those, I don't think the Pacers will mind that much. They don't want to get
5-32. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Shaquille O'Neal right back. And the Pacers rejected. That's the 3rd block for Shaquille. Anthony Bowie just came on. Rebound O'Neal. And the game is tied at 30. Jackson pushing it down. Jackson delivers to McKee. Beautiful play by Hardaway. Able to steal it, and here he comes.
He played very hard.
Anderson off the lead. Nick Anderson able to hit over Rick Smits. 41-30.
Not really comfortable with the three-point shots, despite the fact he is 7 for 10 in the series. Oh my goodness. Penny Hardaway just posting up Reggie Miller as Nick Anderson did before. And
on the 24.
On the previous play, Reggie Miller got caught in front of Nick Anderson. Here he got caught right in between, trying to get around, and Penny Hardaway.
Jackson very physical with Hardaway. Hardaway got the step. Horace Grant took it away from Dale Davis. Shaquille O'Neal with Scott missing his first 4 shots. Oh, Hardaway. Anthony Hardaway with 15, and it brings it back. This time, could not put it down. Here comes Hardaway. Hardaway on the penetration, going all the way. Anthony Hardaway bringing the Magic with.
Well, Penny Hardaway on the cut off the double team as Reggie Miller fails to make the defensive rotation and cover the hoop. And now Penny Hardaway using Shaquille again, who ran the middle of the floor right to the front of the rim and occupied Rick Smith's defense.
McKee, Hardaway reaching in for the steal, and Hardaway puts it down. Anthony Hardaway with a sensational all-around performance.
Smiths or Reggie Miller on the floor. Dirk McKee trying to make something happen, but everybody's standing around. That enabled Penny Hardaway to get in there and get the strip and the pass back and the strong finish.
And Hardaway with his 4th steal of the game. To stop that shot by Derek McKee. 14-6 run by Orlando, ending the 3rd. Hardaway, 8 of 16, 19 points, 2 assists. And used by Brian Hill to open up this 4th quarter. Shaw passing on the shot, getting it to O'Neal. And for Shaquille, his first bucket in some time. He has 16 points. And
really keep him off the block so far in this game as Horace Grant has a steal.
Alert play by Grant. Hardaway, and he's tied the game at 75.
The Pacers have become unglued offensively, very careless with their passing, not moving very well without the ball. Horace Grant having a little trouble dribbling it, but wisely waits up for Anthony Hardaway, who knows how to finish off the play.
Of Orlando, both clubs now playing with a sense of desperation in this 4th quarter. Shaw, who was reluctant to shoot earlier, knocks down the 3-pointer of this series. The Orlando Magic on fire from 3-point range in Game 1. They hit 11 from downtown, 5 for Dennis Scott. Game 2, 12 threes, the big one from Nick Anderson with 14 seconds remaining in the game. And in Game 3, the Magic with 13 from long range. Penny Hardaway converting 4 out of 7 today, 6 of 16 from 3-point land, including Brian Shaw, who knocked one down a moment ago for this 4-point Magic lead. Shaw from deep minutes to go in the 4th. O'Neal out to set the pick. Hardaway with the step. Hardaway on the reverse. That was all Penny Hardaway, who now has 20.
Not a roll when Jeff Turner's there. He's going to spot up. Catches at the top, has the option to shoot it, or Shaquille will try to dive.
Hardaway checking the clock. Backs it up to go now against Dale Davis. Here's Brian Shaw for 3. Brian Shaw, who hit a 3-pointer earlier, comes off the bench to knock it down from downtown, and Orlando now leads 90-89 with 13 and 3/10 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
Well, this 2-man game set up with Jeff Turner and Penny Hardaway. I think the Magic anticipated Mark Jackson guarding Turner. He wasn't. Mark Jackson was guarding Brian Shaw. He stepped in to help. The penetration by Penny, and that set up Brian Shaw for the good look at the basket, who had just gone out before with that sore ankle. And Marv, as you mentioned, he hit a big 3-pointer in the left corner in the middle of that Magic run.
So Brian Shaw with 6 of his 7 points here in the 4th. Back after this from your local station. That man dropped off Scott. Hardaway down to 3. Here is the 3-pointer. Yes! With 1 and 3/10 seconds to go. Anthony Hardaway hits the 3. An amazing finish here at Market Square Arena, Indiana. Now calls for the time, and Coach Gukas right on target.
Well, everybody on the floor for Orlando capable of knocking a 3-point shot down. It was clearly set up. Get the ball into Penny and see what he could create. Good defense, actually, by Hayward Workwith to force Hardaway to his left. And under pressure, Hardaway just put a little extra oomph in getting off the floor to make sure he could get a good look and a follow-through on this shot. He pounds both feet into the floor to get up and over Haywood Morford. Very close to the three-point line, but just far enough behind for Orlando.
What spectacular clutch shooting by both clubs. How rare it is in this type of scenario to see 3 in a row where it's all on the line.
Well, the whole NBA playoffs, it seems to me, Marv, not every game, but we have seen situations like that in this series. Let's take one more look and watch the right foot of Penny Hardaway, and about 3 inches behind that line. But a tremendous job of shooting that shot to his left. I think normally Penny, he likes to make a move to his left normally for the drive, and I think he would prefer to take that jumper going to his right. And Brian, little body English, getting on that to fall.
26-94, and the Magic 93 in a classic. Marv Albert, Matt Guokas, and Ahmad Rashad saying so long from Indianapolis. This has been the NBA on NBC.